Jae, Parktown Residence can buy or not?
Cannot lah, just go and buy Oriole of Tampines EC, cheaper. Today we'll be doing a review of Parktown Residences, the first integrated project to be launched in 2025. In fact, the preview will start in another few weeks on 7 February, basically after Chinese New Year. So what is the best convenience you have ever experienced in your whole life? Imagine one single press to almost everything you need. No need to carry heavy grocery and walk a long way home. Bring your family out to eat right below. Have more time to spend with your loved ones, and most importantly, make a 6-figure profit in the next 3 to 5 years. If your answer is yes, this video is for you.
Before we begin, just a quick disclaimer. So this video is based on current market and is for sharing plus educational purpose only. Please do your own research before making any decision. In our opinion, this is probably one of the best and only integrated development in Tampines Avenue 1 that offers transport, entertainment, dining, work, community, and grocery shopping. Jointly developed by CapitaLand and UOL. Total 1193 units to be completed by June 2030. So if you want us to summarize Parktown Residence for you, here's the one little finger concept.
One little finger, one little finger, one little finger, tap, tap, tap.
Number 1 largest integrated development with transport hub. First integrated development in Tampines. Integrated 7-in-1, new estate, good schools, exit strategies, and rental.
So before we head into the one little finger concept, let me share with you the project info. Alright, so the project name is called Parktown Residence. The developer is jointly ventured by CapitaLand Development Private Limited, UOL Group Limited, and Singapore Land Group Limited. For the land tenure is 99 years, District 18, total numbers of 1,193 units. The targeted TOP date is end of 2028. Okay, so for the project description, it will be a mixed use of development comprising of 1-story podium block consisting of retail, commercial, community club, hawker center, bus interchange, communal facilities with 2 basements of retail and car parks, and 2 blocks of part 6-story, part 7-story, and 8 blocks of 11-story, and 2 blocks of 12-story residential flat with swimming pool and full condo facilities. There's a 961 car park lots, including 10 lots equipped with EV charging station and 7 accessible lots. So first up, currently in Singapore, there are a total of 9 integrated hubs. Parktown Residence is one of them. Assuming you are considering this project, in this video, you will learn about why integrated developments are so popular among home buyers. We have break it down into 6 segments. Secondly, the past performance of other integrated developments. And number 3, the estimated launch pricing of Parktown Residences. Number 4, how can you benefit from the future transformation? And number 5, we are going to talk about the exit strategy as well. And last but not least, number 6, we will talk about some of the factors you need to consider before the price. So if you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. It means the world to us and keep us motivated to create more content like this. We will also be sharing a bite-sized insights as usual on our other social media platforms such as TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and you can find all the links in the description below.
So first of all, there's a difference between mixed development and integrated development. Now let me explain a little bit. A mixed-use development is a residential plus commercial condo on top and a mall below. So one example would be the Hillier on top of the HUV2 mall. And on the other hand, an integrated development will be a mixed-use development plus public facilities such as bus stop, interchange, a community club, and food court. An example would be North Park Residence in Yishun. The condo is on top of North Point City, and there's an air conditioning bus interchange and a community club below the street. That is where you can find the famous 925 Hainanese chicken rice. You can expect to see the same thing for Parktown Residence, but there's more to it. Here's the project fact. Parktown Residence will potentially be the next biggest integrated development in Singapore with 1195 units, and it will be recognized as the focal point and future landmark in Tampines North. Because Tampines North is still a new town hub that's currently under development from the master plan. There are 5 more residential plot of land in the area, so naturally Naturally, Parktown Residence is not just another condo, but it represents a new vibrant community for the residents in Tampines North. So why integrated developments are so popular among home buyers? Before we answer to that, let's take a look at the past launches. The Reserve Residence sold over 70% on launch, and for Piccadilly Grand sold over 77% on launch weekend. Lentor Modern sold 84% on launch day, and Pasir Ris 8, which was in 2021, sold 85% on launch day. And the developer even increased the price 6 times throughout the day. So what made an integrated development so popular? Imagine this: you spend 8 hours on sleep, another 8 hours on working, and 3 hours on breakfast, lunch and dinner, probably another 2 hours of traveling and back and forth every day. How many hours are left in a day? Where you get to spend your time with your loved ones, time is always not enough. Sometime to come home, the kids sleep already, no choice, only can bring family out to eat and shop during the off day. What if you could have everything at your doorstep, but how much time are you getting back? This is the value. Number 2, past development of other integrated developments. Since integrated development are highly sought after, how do they perform? We will use 2 examples. Number 1, the Poise Residence in Potong Pasir. Number 2, Hillion Residence in Bukit Panjang. We are going to deep dive into numbers by comparing the price trend, average rent and profitability versus regular condo nearby the Poise Residence, TOP in 2018, and it has a total of 731 units in comparison to the 399-year leasehold condo.
Here's the result for the average PSF for the Poise Residences. Consistently exceeds other regular condos in the vicinity at 1,925 PSF. It also has the highest rent of $7.78 per square meter and the highest transaction volume among other projects. The Poise Residences has 0 loss reported in a total of 190 profitable transactions. There are 3 bidders on average, made about 435k, and there's also a 5 bidder owner who made a whopping profit of 1.166 million in just 4 years. Whereas there are other unprofitable transactions reported from the other 3 projects. Nin Residences has 4 losses, the highest loss up to 107k. Woodsville 28 has 3 losses, the highest loss up to 324k. Cinet Residences has 15 losses, the highest loss up to 100k.
Next up, Hillion Residence integrated with Hillion Mall with total of 546 units, TOP in 2017. The average PSF for Hillion Residence consistently assisted other regular condo in the vicinity of 1,746. It also has the highest rent of $7.78 per square meter and the highest transaction volume among other projects. So in terms of profitability, Hillion Residence has 8 losses, all coming from 1 bidder owners, average loss of 30,000. Conversely, there are 129 profitable transactions, and on average, there are 3 bidder owners made about 516,000 profit, and one of their 4 bidder owners achieved massive profit of 903,000. On the other hand, there were plenty of unprofitable transactions reported from the other 3 projects. Mayspring has 3 losses, all from 2 bidders. The highest loss up to 47,000. The Linear has 10 losses, mostly coming from 3 bidders, and the highest loss up to 100,000. The Tannery has 61 losses, mostly coming from 1 to 2 bidders. The highest loss up to $182,000.
Okay, from the 2 examples, we can see that there were owners who made a lot of money, and there were also buyers who lost their hard-earned money when buying into an integrated development. So before we continue, do us a favor, tap the like button and subscribe to the channel for more new launch review videos. If you have any property related questions, do post in the comment section. We'll try our best to reply in 24 hours. If the questions are too personal and sensitive, feel free to contact us privately. In addition, we have plenty of track records of helping all our clients make a profit on their property investment. If you want to make a profit and avoid losing money on buying a Parktown Residences, do consider engaging us. Now let's get back to number 3. How much is the estimated launch price of Parktown Residences? This is the question you guys ask the most. Before we get into that, let's look at this article published by 99.co. It says buyers are willing to pay up to 27% for OCR integrated developments. Across the board, all new integrated developments come with a premium over the regular projects. This means we can expect the same for Parktown Residences to launch with a premium price tag. Here's the estimated break-even price for Parktown Residences. Let us remind you something. One of the developer for Parktown is CapitaLand. They are the same developer for Jaden. Jaden's average price is at 2,400 PSF. The highest PSF achieved was 2,800 PSF. And like what we have mentioned earlier, there will be a premium for integrated developments even though the break-even price might be at $1,661. We'll be expecting the launch price at 2,200 to 2,400 price range, which is somewhat on par with the current OCR prices.
Okay, so number 4, how can you benefit from the future transformation? There are 2 major transformation benefits you must know. Firstly, the ultimate connectivity and convenience from the future cross-island line. In the shortest time, you can cross Singapore horizontally from the Pasir Ris, Tampines, Hougang to King Albert's Park to Clementi and Jurong Lake District. For example, you leave your house, Hougang, looking to travel to Ngee Ann Poly, will take about 35 minutes to do so after a second phase in operation compared to 65 minutes by public transport. Now, essentially, the cross-island line helps you save more time on travelling to other parts of Singapore. Most importantly, we all know that MRT lines will hoard the surrounding projects. Just take a look at Thomson East Coast Line. Circle Line, future Jurong Regional Line and this cross-island line will be upcoming opportunity for you in the next 5 years. Secondly, we all are sitting in between 2 transformation between the Paya Lebar Air Base and the future Changi Aviation Park. According to our PM Lee, he said this International Day Rally 2022, we can expect a total of 150,000 new public and private homes to be built, roughly the combined size of entire Punggol and Sengkang. And once the airbase move out by 2030, the government will lift some of the building height restrictions around it. You will expect to see more taller buildings in the region, and on the right is the future Changi Airport Terminal 5, which will start their construction in 2025. As a Parktown Residence owner, you will get to witness the whole transformation process and enjoy the positive spillover gains in years to come.
So this will bring us to point number 5, your future exit strategy. There are just too many to name. The first group of future buyers will come from the HDB cluster in Tampines North. The second group of future buyers will come from the 2 ECs beside you, Tenants and Oriole of Tampines. When this HDB and EC estimated 10,000 units reaches their MOP with thick profits, some owners sure want to sell and capture their profit. Guess what they are upgrading to? Next will be your unique Parktown Residences, the landmark of Tampines North. So, of course, after we share so much about the goodies, it's time to talk about some of the caveats that you should be aware of. First, crowd and congestion. You will expect high human and road traffic around Parktown Residences. And I think this is pretty self-explanatory for an integrated development. Both high human and road traffic will bring out noise pollution if your unit is within earshot of the MRT station, bus interchange, and all nearby roads. Your peace will be disturbed. If you are driving to work, you will have to deal with heavy congestion in the morning and when returning home during peak hours. So as mentioned earlier, all integrated projects typically have a premium of 15 to 20%. Compared to normal projects, buyers will need to prepare to pay more if you are buying into Parktown Residences. So based on what we have observed so far, there's only one primary school, which is Angsana Primary School, which is within 1 kilometer to Parktown Residences. However, you are close to the other reputable primary schools such as St. Hilda's Primary School and Poi Chin School. Do expect fierce competition for P1 enrollment for your children. But this is quite common for new township with many young family couples. So in theory, we can't buy time with money. But in this case, it does. You might be paying more for Parktown Residences, but think about how much time you are getting back by having everything at your doorsteps. Think about how happy your children would be if you could bring them out to eat and shop anytime. Think about how happy your wife would be if she could get all her grocery in just a few minutes. Of course, think about how happy you will be and you could make a six-figure profits in just 3 to 5 years down the road.
Now, let us briefly share with you on Parktown Residence site plan and also their unit layouts.
Alright, now let's take a look at Parktown Residence site plan. Okay, as you can see, it's actually quite a big plot of land. It consists of Park West and also the East Zone as well. So the plot land size is actually 50,000 square meters, which is equivalent to 7 soccer fields. So a very huge plot of land, I can say. Alright, so let's take a look at a bit of the condo facilities here. We have 20 aquatic facilities, 6 pools, 6 fitness facilities, 8 gardens, groves and trails, and 6 lounges, 6 dining pavilions, 2 lawns, 3 decks, and 3 lifestyle pavilions. So the overall East Zone and the West Zone, right, for the second story onwards, is actually up to 70 of condo facilities here. Quite a very huge plot of land here and full of landscaping. I can say the landscaping and the water features here together with the swimming pool, it actually takes up like 80% of the plot of land here. Let me navigate you on where is the entrance. Alright. Okay, so this is the entrance area. So the green arrow actually indicates the green boulevard. Okay, and for the pedestrian entrance is actually the yellow arrow. For the pickup and drop-off point is located right over here. Okay, and the MRT entrance is over here. Okay, let's go interchange. So the whole interchange, the whole bus interchange is right on the right side, which is located on the East Zone. So right now we are at the first story plan, basically talking about the vehicular access. Alright, so the blue arrow here indicates the bus interchange ingress and the egress. Okay, and on the left side with the dotted orange arrow is actually the residential vehicular access. Okay, so you can see that some of the blocks, right, they are consist of 9 units on each level, and also we have some that comes with 11 units in one levels as well. Okay, so I will not go into too in depth for this. Basically, what we can do is when we see you in the show flat, then we can share with you more, right? Okay, so now let's talk about the layout plan. Okay, so this is a 1-bedroom study. Okay, 506 square feet. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, so actually we have how many stacks of this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for the 1-bedroom, we have 6 stacks, and this will be the layout. Okay, so once you enter, this is the entrance. Okay, and we have a space. We have a little space here where you can actually do up your shoe cabinets. We have a DB box here. And once you enter, right, there's a tuck-in kitchen, okay, and the dining area, as well as the living hall. So for this 1-bedder, right, we don't have any balcony. Alright, so when we talk about balconies, basically nowadays, right, in terms of investment, do we really need balconies? I don't think so. I personally think that if it's for investment, if you rent this out, right, the living space is more important. They actually saved the space for the balcony area and shifted it to another space for the study area. Yeah, so which makes it more efficient. Yeah, so if you are the investor, I think that this layout is actually quite efficient lah. Yeah. The master bedroom is relatively quite huge as well, can fit in a queen size bed. Yeah. So this is the 1-bedroom. So maybe skip this is another. So this is another layout of the 1-bedroom study. Okay, so 是一样的 size 啊。Okay. 也不一样诶。This is 506 square feet. Another one is 463 square feet. Okay, so relatively for the 1-bedder, once you walk in, yes, the tuck-in kitchen at the side, and we have this study over here. Okay, so basically this is another different layout compared to the previous one, and the size is much smaller lah. Yeah. So by the way, this development is a GFA harmonization, so the aircon latch will not be counted in your floor plan. Okay. So yep. So this is one bedder. Okay, let's go move on. Okay, we have another layout. Basically, it's the same as the previous one, just a mirror image. Okay, 下一个，诶，都这样多 one bedder 了。Okay, now two bedder. Okay, we are looking at 592 square feet. It's a dumbbell two bedroom. Okay, so we have one master bedroom with a master bath. Okay, and we have another bedroom too here. Okay, a tuck-in kitchen at the side. Okay, and we have the living hall over here as well as the balcony. Okay, so for these two bedder 592 square feet, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks on the west zone. Okay, let's move on. Okay, this is another dumbbell. Okay, 2 bed 1 bath is basically the same, and we also have a 2 bed premium, 6, 7 square feet, 6, 7, 8 square feet. Okay, for the 6, 7, 8 square feet, right, I personally, I think it's very suitable for a small family. Okay? Basically, if you are buying for an investment, I think this is a very good size, right? Once you enter, you'll see this tuck-in kitchen, kind of like enclosed kitchen. You can actually build up a sliding door here, okay? And when you do heavy cooking, then of course, it can help, right? So once you walk in, this is the dining area, and you have the living hall and the balcony here as well. Okay, so bedrooms and 2 bathroom. All right, very efficient. Okay, and for the stacks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 stacks here, spread out on the west zone and the east zone as well. Okay, 6, 7, 8, 一样啊，差不多一样。Okay, so relatively for the 2 bedrooms, for this 6, 7, 8 square feet one, they have some kind of like a typical one, but when you go in, right, it's still for the bedrooms are still in a dumbbell layout shape. 721 okay, so you have a 721 square feet as well for the 2 bedroom. So this will be the more typical layout where all the bedrooms are actually set to the side. All right, and it creates what it creates, privacy lah. Also, basically, the developer has also think about other consumers' concern, and they actually built one which is a dumbbell layout and also this typical layout, yeah, to address and also to cater to their needs lah. Yeah, so once you come in, okay, for the 721 square feet one, once you come in, we have a tuck-in kitchen at the side. Okay, this time round is on the right side, extreme right side. Okay, and when you come in, you will see your living hall and the balcony as well, all the way in. Okay, but for the bedrooms, right, they are all tucked in to the side. Okay, so let's move on. We have another study. We have another 2 bedroom plus the study, 764 square feet. Okay, so this time round we have one more study room over here. Yeah, then the rest will be almost the same lah. Yeah. So for these, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 stacks. Also well spread out on the west zone and the east zone as well. Okay. By the way, what's the facing? Yeah, the facing is the north will be here, the south will be here, west where? Yeah, the west will be here, the east will be here. Okay, so if you want to pick something that there's no sun, which I mean the sun is maybe the direct sun will be here, so pick somewhere that is facing this area, this side. So no west sun lah. Oh. Okay, so for this layout, right, 764, we only have a few stacks, 1 and 2, stack 34 and stack 14. Okay, so 764, relatively, I think the kitchen and the living hall might be a little bit different from the previous because the size could be bigger. Alright, 比较大吧，这个比较小。哦。So you can see that the kitchen is actually longer compared to the smaller one. This 721. Yeah, this is much shorter for the 721. Okay, so let's move on for the 3-bedroom. Okay, 926 square feet for the 3-bedder. Okay, once you walk in, yes, a very long kitchen tucked into the side. Alright, there's no window for the 3-bedroom so far. Okay, so we have left side we have 1 bedroom, and the right side we have 1 common bed and 1 master bed as well as the master bath and the common bath. Okay, very efficient size I can say. And we have 3 stacks for this. Okay, stack 6, 17 and 37. Okay, let's move on. 936, this is 936, another layout which is the typical one. All the bedrooms are set to the side. Okay, and how many stacks we have this? 59, 86 and 89. 3 stacks. Okay, we have another one which is 947 square feet. Okay, it's also the tuck-in type of for the bedrooms. Okay, and this time around the kitchen has a window as well as for the toilets. So in terms of ventilation, I think it's a very good unit. Okay, to consider, as well as I think the 936 start from the 936 we have windows ready. Okay, so take note on these. Probably if you are looking for 3 bedrooms on and onwards, right? If you want a better ventilation, you can go for this kind of size lah. All right, so this one will be the 936 square feet. Okay. Okay. 947的也是有。Yeah, 947. This is a 947 square feet 3-bedder. So this is another typical one, but we have this foyer area here where I personally feel that you might not be using this area lah. Yeah, unless you do our shoe cabinet here. Yeah, but if not, it's kind of like a wasted space lah, I can say. Okay. Yeah, for this is also 3 stacks as well. This is another 3-bedroom, 947 square feet, where you have a longer foyer area over here. So one thing to note that some home buyers they like this kind of layout because why? When you walk in, right, there's a wall over here. Okay, and basically you creates a privacy at this area before you even walk into your living hall. So for this part, for this kind of layout, it really depends on the buyer's preference. Alright, so how many stacks for this? There's actually only 1 stack, 108. Okay, so let's move on. 1066 square feet. Okay, we have a household shelter. The previous one don't have, right? Now the previous one don't have any household shelter. So right now we are in the household shelter here, and we have a longer kitchen now, as well as the yard. Okay, and the rest is the same. Okay, for this we have 2 stacks, 64 and 68. Okay, 1066 这个一样啦。Okay, this is another type CP2. We have 1 stack over here, 16. Okay, 1066 square feet CP3. Okay, we have 2 stacks over here, 109 and 90. Okay, 一样哦。Yeah, young. I think relatively the 3-bedroom, the bigger size one, with the household shelter one, the layout is almost the same, just that it actually placed at a different stacks. So it really depends on which facing you like, and as well as also the foyer area. I can say that the foyer area entrance is slightly a little bit different lah. Yeah. Okay, so of course when we meet up with each other, and we can sit down and run through the stacks for you and recommend you the best unit facing by then, right? Okay, 1066 square feet, we have another stack over here which is 113. Okay, comes with a household shelter as well. Okay, let's move on. 1066, I think these are all the same. Let's take a look at the 4-bedroom. Okay, we have a 3-bedroom premium study. So basically we have 1 more study over here. Okay, and the rest of the unit placing and the unit layout are the same. Okay, and for the study one, we have 1 stack here, 93, at the east zone. Okay, we also have other stacks as well. OK。So 这个 study skip。Okay, let's move on to the 4-bedroom. Okay, which is 1335 square feet. Okay, and we have one stack 103. All right, and yep, 3-bedroom. We have 1 room, 2 room, 3 room. Okay, and the master bedroom with the bath ensuite. Oh, yeah, don't have any ensuite. Yeah. So Jack and Jill, yeah. So the 4-bedroom is a Jack and Jill bath lah. Yeah. So basically, room 2 and room 3 will share this bathroom as well. All right. Okay, 1335. These are 1335. Okay, and we have the premium stack as well. Premium stack will be in trees at different area, different location. Okay, so what's the difference here? The living hall is much bigger, right? Yeah, I can see that the living hall is much bigger. Okay, 应该没有什么。Oh, we have a junior suite over here. Okay, and a kind of a tuck-in kitchen over here. Yeah, very good size for the kitchen. Okay, and lastly, yep, the 5 bedrooms. We have a few stacks here, 67 and 100. Okay, stack 100. So we have 5 bedrooms, 1, 2, 3 master bedroom and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So we have a 5-bedroom inclusive with the junior master and the junior master bath. Yep. So yeah, so it's a size. This is the 1679 square feet. Okay, relatively quite big lah for this size for a 5-bedroom. 没有了。Okay, so that's about it, and yeah, I think I have just run through briefly only, but the best is if you are interested with this Parktown Residence project, which will be launched on 7 February. I think that we can meet up at the show flat and sit down and run through with you in more detail. Okay, in terms of your financial, what are your concerns, and is it for investment or is it for own stay? Yeah, and with this integrated development, launching in 2025, I guess firstly, okay, is the largest integrated development so far, and of course we are talking about regional center in Tampines area. It really is a no-brainer, I can say, because compared to other projects, recent projects like Ori, which has already launched at 2007 PSF, and if these Parktown Residences and it's integrated with interchange, one stop to commercials, to shops, to interchange, to MRT, it really creates a lot of convenience. And of course, with the pricing estimated at 2003 to 2004 PSF onwards, will it be a good buy? Leave down your comments and let's see.
If you are interested in buying a unit in Parktown Residence, do reach out to us and we'll update you with all the first-hand information from developer. Most importantly, we will guide you on how to select a profitable unit and avoid losing money in Parktown Residence.
So catch us on the next video where we will share with you the Oreo of Tampines EC.
And again, my name is Regan.
My name is Jay.
Thank you for watching and see you in the show flat.